Alright, so it's another day of Fright Nights. Yay! I haven't been back in, God, how many days has it been? So, a few changes I've made. Mostly, I have rewatched the first two episodes of Fright Nights, and I was thinking to myself, you know what would be really cool? What if I just turn this into a podcast series for the remainder of it? And I've been giving it a lot of thought, and I decided, yes, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn this into a podcast. So here we are in the Fright Nights podcast. Right now, okay, not right now, but like so far, I've only watched two movies for Fright Nights. And this is the third movie. So let's talk about Ty West's The Innkeepers. So this is that type of movie that it's a homage movie because Ty West is a director that makes a bunch of homages to like his favorite childhood horror like movies and stuff like that he grew up with. Like House of the Devil is a homage to 70s grindhouse horror movies. This one's a homage to ghost movies that came out in like the 60s and the 50s. I actually recorded a video for this movie a while ago, but when I was rewatching it, I was like thinking this is better as a podcast, and the more I thought about this movie, and you know what, I'll say this, I did enjoy what it was trying to do. I did enjoy I did enjoy the movie. It's just really hard because there is a lot of problems with this type of movie. Not the type of movie though. I mean like the movie itself. There is problems with it. It has a lot of problems. I did like it though. I'll say that. I wasn't disappointed. I wasn't like disappointed or anything. But there are problems with it. I'll also say that. I wouldn't mind watching it again. Honestly, like I wouldn't mind watching this movie again because it is interesting. It's an interesting movie, but I remember a lot of people were saying, "Oh, it's one of the scariest ghost movies of our decade or of the decade and stuff." And I was just thinking, no, it's not. It's not scary. And partially, I think that because excuse yourself. Sorry, there was a car honked outside my window. But anyway, the reason I am I was just like there's problems with this is because it, and also the reason why I didn't think this movie was even relatively unnerving was mostly due to the fact that the script is so corny, and I have a feeling it was meant to be that way. It didn't feel like, oh, it's corny and they didn't have enough time, so so they're like, okay, we need you to like just keep going. No, I feel like this was a movie that was actually meant to be corny. It was because like the movie it's paying homage to are movies that are relatively corny and have this type of writing and dialogue and acting. I feel like it was meant to be like that. It wasn't trying to be anything else. But there are also times where I felt like this movie was trying to be scary. Like, there's a lot of jump scares in this movie. This is a jump scare filled movie. And there's a lot of creepy imagery. I will say that. There's a lot of creepy moments in this movie. But I didn't think there was enough to actually say this movie was a generally unnerving movie. It wasn't. It was. It was good though. I'm not gonna say this is a bad movie. I'm not gonna sit here and say that this is some sort of horrible movie. No, it's not. it's good. Like I said, I wouldn't mind watching it again. I didn't love it. Well, no, I don't know. I'll say this: I didn't love it, but I mean, I also didn't hate it. I was just like, this movie's fine. This movie's definitely fine. Out of the 3 movies I've seen so far, Body Melt is still the best because that movie was just generally good. Like, that was actually generally an entertaining and nice surprise that I was not expecting. This movie was like, I know what this movie was trying to do, and I liked what it was trying to do, but this movie was a little corny, a little too corny to be like, oh, I was happy with, like, I was scared. No, I didn't feel like this movie was scary at all. It was just really corny, and because of how corny it was, it took the fear out of it. But I still liked it though. I'll say that. I still liked it. I didn't have a problem watching it. It wasn't like It Follows where I relatively getting bored. No, I was entertained. It was an entertained movie. I was generally entertained. But I would say this is not a movie to just like watch because you want to actually be scared. I'd say if you were in the mood, just watch a regular fun horror movie or something. And I'd say, yeah, you could put this on. It's not a movie like Hereditary, where you have to be in the mindset to be like, oh, I'm waiting to be unnerved or something like that. Because this is not that. But I still thought it was relatively good. It's a good movie. It's a good little movie. I would still recommend it. Just watch it for like the hell of it. It's still fine. It's a fine movie. That's really all I have to say about it. Because like I said, I pre-recorded a video for this, and while editing the video, I decided I'm just gonna delete and just do a podcast version of it. So really, I don't have a lot more to talk about this movie. This movie is not like Body Melt, where it was something really cool and different. It's not, and I feel like that's the thing. Okay, so I'll give you a little tip. Here's how you'll know if I really like the movie or not. Just look at the length of these videos. If a video is like 12 minutes or maybe even longer, or even 10 minutes, let's say 10 minutes. If a video is relatively 10 minutes or longer, then it's probably a movie I really, really liked. But if it's like 8 minutes or something, either maybe I did like it. Maybe I liked it, but I felt like there was too many spoilers, or I just generally had nothing really to say about it other than like, oh, it was good or it's fine or something. But anyway, I really hope you guys enjoyed this like format of this type of format, like podcast mostly. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I hope you guys like this new format for this series. And if you did, please give it a big thumbs up. And you know the routine of YouTube. I'll be back probably like later tonight because I have a few other things I have to talk about as well. And Halloween is almost here, which means Fright Night is almost over. So I'll see you guys in a little bit.